How are you? Good to see you.
you.
Good to see you. Thank you. Fantastic.
Are you happy with your walk-on music?
I'm very happy with the walk-on music. Chopin was commissioned to write the series music for Just a Minute. He was thrilled. Him and Nicholas had a few discussions about it, you know, about how the music should go. Before I should mention Nicholas, he is actually the only person currently working in show business who's mentioned in the Bible. So.
And still going strong.
Still going strong.
Paul's latest autobiography is called Only When I Laugh, and it is available now. And consequently, you haven't done Milton Keynes Shopping Centre yet.
Not yet, no.
That delight awaits you. Or you could just say no.
I like the idea of the moose licking the window, actually.
Go to Canada. You say in here that the job that gives you most professional pleasure is Just a Minute, which is why we played that theme tune. And for those of you that have never listened to it on Radio 4, you really should. But essentially, you have to speak for a minute without deviation, repetition, or hesitation. And Nicholas Parsons is the host, and he decides whether or not.
Yes, he's the
You've
arbiter.
completed the task. And you're very good at it because your brain really loves that kind of a challenge.
Yes, I suppose so. And I remember listening to it as a kid as well. You know, when it first started, I was about, well, I suppose I was 10 years old when it started. And it was one of those programs that children like it because it's very easy to understand the rules, but very difficult to play. So, you know, like all good games, it seems simple until you start to give it a go. And when I was living in the bedsits in Streatham in the 1980s, and I trying to do little bits of cabaret work here and there, and I didn't have a television, but I used to tape Just a Minute off the radio and listen to it every other day, you know. And on Radio 4 Extra about a year ago, I heard one of these episodes of Just a Minute that I'd recorded with Kenneth Williams, as Danny was mentioning earlier, and I just knew it word for word. I'd clearly heard it so many times, it sort of sunk into my sort of consciousness. But that's the sort of thing I was doing when I was sort of trying to sort of get going on the circuit, you know, trying to become a comedian. 4 years old, I wanted to be a comedian. I saw some clowns in a circus, and I was knocked out by the funniness of clowns. And wanting to be a comedian in 1974 was the equivalent of saying you wanted to be the first man on Mars or something. He phoned me up. I'd never really met him before, and he phoned me up and said, "Hello, Paul, it's Bruce here.